Nana.
Yeah. Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Everybody say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things, Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. See, I call you Jireh. You're my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over...
BWF solicitors assuye lawyer for Krumha Omatinum Ache na Omode Emra Ayeduma Atwitwa Aje Amanfo na Amanfo Nkrata sem awaresem nneema omoye de beberebe uyi community lawyers a omwo Krum ene na BWF solicitors Oshasania lawyer Richard Aje ne space na lawyer usi uti asese na wama makai Rollins Jimmy dark space ni sa uhwesania na hano aye brom sa na aye brom a uditi o mesi lawyer ne de wama iroko aka me wama makai flight lieutenant Jerry John Rollins lawyer me pacho me ma watching
Prophet me pacho meje also good morning
lawyer me pacho ma omumbie we yinum kakra ma wo mami
yo Prophet, very good morning. Yo, me that's it. Pacho, now I want to say, Prophet.
Lawyer, me pacho oba. Because I say, me share that and me say, Murphy Rollins into was wapping.
Me technical director, young Prophet. So say what to make her.
I say, dear Adam,
Me pacho, me that's it. Prophet na on what to say.
Yesu ashira me ho ye papa.
Very good. It was lovely to see you once again last weekend. That was great. That was amazing. So we are grateful for his mercies and protection. And say Nansani yakase corona seminar a sign ekika but why adom na waboy ho ban na wode abepie ha no pay de na chese na adoma arakwa ti yemfa akwanjan na yema atiefo nso a very good morning baby biara wo bia ye cheo ye de enchia no every BWF solicitors ya so ye ye through your principal Uncle Ben and ye adwuma ye fo nyina ye de enchia kese mamu. We trust and believe say obibiara ehun eye. Prophets anopay study abibiara ye no ye bedi kan ahwe updates na ene anopay I'm coming with good news. Ye de good news bi ebeba say adia ehia 3 updates na afin so ya go through ene topic no ye busa asim bi say can I actually apply to naturalize as British citizen if I have criminal convictions? Ti abibia na yebusa se more criminal recorder. Yinim se wo ba British citizen no eya na wo se nka we obi a ho etwa kama ade bia nkan bia ni wo character wo su ene wo ban mu, but ye hu se emra na say even though criminal record could actually derail or jeopardize your British citizenship application sometimes enya na enyesa obuha or criminal record and so still na obet my application na one naturalize as British citizen and no na yebedi ho enkomo anopa yebe go through the process types of criminal record there it may impact on your application and the wo so na wotimi a disclosure enya impact bia wo application or eso. And the Prophet 1 minute na yen start with update Prophet say yen chonka enti
me ba cho say me damu ahunu
yo enti o ma me 1 minute in fact
ya de tu atiefuo nyina anim na ya ma o mate ase se ha ena amansa nyina etie Queen 95 years say kura okuduru no fi a ordinary radio no ato ha woni se ena no pay Rainbow Radio ye bedi emra ho nkomo enti Queen waje akonwa papa na editi asi nanim na kire se o tie ye kama enti kai hunu se anopai wonya nhye ya wo share your program no na odi ama obi na obi di ama obi na obi di ama obi na obi edi ama obi na kire say ye kwayanim ene lawyer say ye beti good news lawyer nyaka say ye beti good news wo lawyer wa asirisembi onya asirisem no penu wa say good news no ne da ho good news no ne da ho enti anopai ka kire obi say wan twe na fidie no amfa na fidie no nto Rainbow Radio ubetimi anyaye ewo Ghana we ubenya ye ewo DAB no so ubenya ye wo DAB no so ye app no so ubenya ye wo so ena sister ana brother Alessia Alessia na Alaska aya o kaza jere ale me pacho me pese mi tie Rainbow Radio of the ubetum kama say kura ni mu say Rainbow Radio kura betimi anya ye Siri o si Siri me pese mi tie Rainbow Radio or the ube ko kama e kire say ya redarim ya bing sania enano ebenanda mekan no na watwi ndie ya sedanko a ene edi ma yatiefo ne ya hwefo wa wo be so Dr. Mark ne yere Aren asini na yeye oluma ya yie no kama e ba cho mo ama no mfa mo nsa wabode emra wa wamba yie no fa wo nsa wabode emra me na me gigi wa wamba yini fa won sa abode bra oh lawyer mo ba e da no mo ba e ma ne yefe mo ba ye ma ne yefe me hu se mu twasi ku akiri ho na me hu se kai ha lawyer nya de ne nsa hye ne butu no hu so nyame shiram BW for nyame shiram papa obi a ba bia ye de aseda kase e de mam kai hu ne se enne enkomo na ye ba bedi no emu yehwa emu odu na sem ya lawyer ka me ye ma hye me kakra o se so wo criminal record kura no a still ubetimi naturalize hey lawyer also pass him lawyer who pass him me da say mama fama ni entie mi awde
Yo, thank you very much, Prophet, and thank you also for that lovely reception. Papa no it was lovely to see you all. Thank you once again, Prophet. Send a medi kan update. You best start free. Home Office recently, I think for the past 3-4 weeks, almost sending emails into MC EU nationals and EU family nationals family members would be aware that Home Office is sending emails into me pacho muntieni. You be go through sa email na Home Office send the bremo nanseno na ya mamohu die eye. Or na Home Office for send the email be say we EU national nti omo remind you say obetimi akofa o family members omunni krom ha anasa o family members omo krom ha no obetimi aye application ama omo na oboji omo atena krom ase. Now it's a lovely thing they are doing because yenye nim say ye ka say yenye EU settlement scheme applications enipa no bebree every fee. This time around Home Office for now have taken it upon themselves to remind people that even so when time application before the deadline date na 30th of June okrampa a kind the how set my application. So email is quite lengthy enti yenhwe eba say wo ye the email yi bro every say we will be a pre-settled status and I say settled status. Na ye pese ye remind you say obetimi aye application ama o family members abejoin no. Afenso so number 1 omuma information how to access and update the UK Visas and Immigration account. So you say some more application aya na mo create account be wo EUSS website hodom no more information as to how obetimi update with information. So for example, we EUSS application no ebi our phone number and our address and our email address what the application no access ti omochira okwan abefa so obetimi akona wako change no. It's very important because bibia happen bia say no with EU settlement scheme applications and our settlements na ekura no say information bi beba ho a email and answer text message. So it's quite vital that say what's the phone na obeko na log onto your account ewo UK Visas and Immigration UK VI account na wase information so that you don't miss any update and answer any request be from you. Number 2, how to switch from pre-settled to settled status. Now Home Office reminding more and more pre-settled status ni nyina say 5 years leave to remain. Depending on your circumstances, yemfa say ebia we dependent, but ufri Ghana, for example, bana yema family permit, ebia oba 2016, but oba NHA ansana wo your application to get 5 years leave to remain. Sometimes they are confused. Say ebia unya 5 years leave to remain because it's a requirement. Then they say also unya 5 years residence before you can apply for settled status. In Tiana Yechen is a very good proactive initiative from the Home Office to remind people that and yes sir, because say 5 years leave to remain. Now say the my example ebia family member or the family permits in a UK. 5 years counting clock will start taking from the data will enter UK and your data we application na ye ma 5 years nti mpacho mo me ense eno enso ye mfa ne se we a yere anase ekunu ena wo free Ghana eba nti wo ba na wo the family permit na eba e wo ba e wo bia eche ansa na wotime nya wo evidence a wo be your application if say be 1 year elapse nti wo leave na kra wo no ebewu let's say 2 years time but wo ba kromanum 2016 so what kind dates what kind time a wo de ba UK no na it's 5 years aba me pacho obetimi aye application for settled status mo wo hanom already na we application you fan say we once again a year and answer ekunu na waware no a date that is your marriage date emfa say bia a 2016 once again but we your application let's say 2 years ago and say was pre-settled status na crown is only has been existing for 2 years. Me pacho who lawyer na mon checking say because of say you've been married for more than 5 years, you may be entitled to apply for settled status. And not a home office for a reminder. That's what I'm saying is very proactive and is very, very encouraging that they themselves are reminding us that ubetimi aye application for settled status if you have been here for quite long enough. Applying for your children. Email no sai kase se wo emma utimi ye application emma won e backroom and say wo abofra after sa 31st of December na baby ni ba me pacho mema ne ntwam 3 months ye application mano. That is if wo na wo ye EU national no se wo ni settled status already ye nyina nim se nka wo settled status there wo baby na obey British automatically under section 1 of the Nationality Act 1981. But so over 5 years there, baby ni ba obey application a man within 3 months na wenya ne pre-settled status. Se emofrano ewo krom ha ena for 1 or 2 reason wanya application na ma wona me pacho ekwan wo ho no mo reason because one of the reasons I obet my late application is say maybe omo ye mofra they didn't know they depended on their parents to do the application and they did not do it and no obet me afin wakaya obet my ona wo abonten no yemfa no say we EU national and I walk room say we settlement scheme application no before the 30th of June until was secure your EU rights now mofra na wo onwo amanone to say for example Ghana no ehun akwenja wo honom still sa obetimi e de wonaba it doesn't matter whether they are over 21 or below 21 so the abibia ka say appendix EU to the immigration rules sets out say when a family members na ye close bit say woma regardless of whether they are over 21 or below 21 ultimately establish a relationship na there is no time limit sir obetimi de wonaba and the Home Office for confirming within this email and say so mofra ewo Ghana and answer babia in the world kwanja wo hono ma betimi akofa won aba no ma ba be ka wo hu ewo ha say family members who have not yet applied so the medical kind there are so many reasons why someone may not have applied to the EU settlement scheme so a good reason tia wa apply example bit say bia no yare wan anana won internet so many reasons one of a very good reasonable reason na rely on you can still do the application if you have become British citizen that is since being granted your settled status then this email may not be applicable to you now that is the email I go round say for bebre fraying say omanya email be Home Office for say omo betima ko form family members aba enti yes enya ade foforo e wo hode dada say utimi we EU national utimi ko fa family members eba ma yemfa akwanjan na yen emphasize on the fact say apart from extended family members appendix EU no EU omo frem so betima ya application ama omo abakrom ha no anase omo ha waje omo trem no Kwanja no still now is open for EU nationals who are relevant. So make us say relevant EU nationals. I'm talking about EU nationals. Omaye omo settlement scheme application. No, and now say another good thing is say omo a settlement scheme application no pending no more relevant EU nationals. Mo betimi aye application to bring your family members to join you or for them to be with you here in the UK. So that is the email. So almost send it brewa and personal. It's not directed to you as in we individual and a home office for email. Name according to memoir go round. They are sending it randomly to anyone who is on their record, say, or pre-settled status and settled status. And Timbacho unya sa email na. Yeah, man, you're worried. It's a very, very good thing. And omo EU national sabakroma say. Yebeko yen number 2 updates, which is me channel me can say and a good news for. One of them is say abibia ne can be a friend adiabi paragraph 276 ADE. So we 1V na ye won krofukobia say ye application okuma under immigration rules. Yes, oba krom ha no watch it, private life. And half of your age now what do you krom ha intino to me application near more leave to remain. So under private life, human rights. So what ba krom ha no now oye below 25 years. Now utimi a show say oba UK no was spending half of that age in the UK ha utimi application under private life human rights na ye mawa setna yenim se sa setna na ye de be ma no e 2.5 years leave to remain 2.5 years leave to remain if you apply under private life human rights ewo ye immigration rules na sia. Now home office for air can say they want to acknowledge the fact that you spend a lot of your almost your adult life and child life, well, if it's from 18 to 25. So in some cases, if you are able to demonstrate that what will happen long enough, you've assimilated into the community and uni criminal record, you are a very, very clean person who is contributing to the society. They would say thank you by giving you indefinite leave to remain as opposed to 2.5 years leave to remain. This is a very, very good thing. Enra Enyumrena, your principal, Uncle Ben, we were looking at this or sending a run. And what I said is this is just a brilliant idea because imagine, say, we have application under human rights, private life, near the Mawa. You are stuck there for the 10-year route. You have to finish it. It's one of the only routes you may not be able to switch to come under the 5-year route, whatever the case may be. So you're now 2.5 because of your private life. Unfortunately, switch 5 years route and I say indefinite in term. So this announcement or this policy that has been introduced, is brilliant idea that your application now, you would request that you want the leave to be indefinite leave. It's a discretionary assessment. So Home Office will assess whether you are somebody that they will be happy to grant you indefinite leave as opposed to 2.5 years leave under the 10-year route. So this is amazing. So it's the private life and the human rights 276 ADE 1V of the immigration rules, which sets out so what will happen was spend it half of your year as somebody who is below 25 years. Your mouth 2.5 Home Office for say this. So your application let me show a level of assimilation, a level of integration, how well you've composed or you behave that they may give you indefinite leave to remain. So that is brilliant. Now that will take me to a very, 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 very good thing that we've found. Now, you say EU4, any EU family members, some more application, Eco Home Officer for time being a check. Clients be or more EU SS applications have actually gone beyond the 6 months service standard time. Na be advice. It's unfortunate, but you say EU no settlement scheme no omo introduce no omo fa enipa bebre na omo eye adwuma but omo no as adwen no koye bibi say maybe after June 30th no omo nye busy said na omo ye no enti no I'm suspecting that workforce no omo reduce no kakra, but unfortunately there are still so many applications in there. Omo decided they've been overwhelmed with applications. Now, the importance of certificate of application ebahase. So we application under EU settlement scheme. Nasa will provide you ID. Now you fingerprints if you are somebody that you have to do. You have then submitted a valid and complete application. So what that means is that then you will be issued a certificate of application. Certificate of application is a document be a confirm say what submitted application is valid. So application is valid there. That's a Home Office for make a decision on that application. We are EU nintino, and now we are EU family member. And the assumption is that we are say legally. So I will take it again. We are EU family member and not EU national. That's a way application. That's a we meet all the requirements. Now we send all the evidence required of you. Our application is valid, complete because of your fingerprint account. Then Home Office would issue you a certificate of application. A paper be can say, yaji or application on this certain date. Now, say you consider na ebe take time on intino. You will and you may be right to be before say you be make a decision on your application. Now, before no na document ne ba e be 2-page and no na me ne me client be di hon komo. Na de ye hun say since 1st of October, certificate of application is about 8 pages in the semi-patch. So when you time now read it, I'll say a very good inside it. We were gonna go through it one by one. Certificate of application for EU nationals and family members. My application under EU SS. Adia it me ye emamu and a meba bebobo sui. Now you go through, then you will know that that document is actually a visa for you to remain in the UK until such time that your application has been decided by the Home Office. So what can you do in the UK if you have been issued a certificate of application? Number one, of course, to live in the UK. So betina kroma say legally. So what's kroma num legally? You want ma ubetimi aye. Ye nyina nim say wholesome environment. Ye Mama Teresa introduce sa rules 2012 and yema bebre by recently crowd na say untimi high dan untimi be bank account untimi drive and yema bebre na say uni legal status untimi no kroma me pancho certificate of application etimi ma wotina kroma legally wutimi ye adwuma. Now listen please, ye kase wutimi ye adwuma. Home Office for say why yes our application na valid na omunya make a decision. They don't know whether our application is successful or successful, but and I'm say omu make a decision into no. Makase a assumption. Ne say who quite so because who your family member of a relevant EU national. Utimi ye adwuma. Enti wo employer na said ne say wo de wo certificate of application or passport no command. You don't have to have an NI to work in the UK, although it's needed to take national insurance from you. They can create a temporary one for you. And to make sure, so sometimes a juma be or my and I'm saying when you than into no pay jumana. Now the certificate in the car, they may be reluctant to employ you. That is fine. It's their decision. Sometimes you go home person yafin or employer checking service name. That is fine. But the legal base is that so certificate of application that you can work legally in the UK. So that is what I want you to take with you. Now, say ode o certificate in your employer na say dey say obey o sa say unse your friend be check your status. Any document na wo dey amano na evidence o timi ye adwuma na emom no e wo se wo hwe no no hwe reference number na wo so na start 3434 no. Na wo do details call online link wo ho. Na o ko check Home Office will confirm me I'm a share code say utimi eye adwuma. So the good news is that certificate of application can generate a share code for you to work. Utimi eco school esua with the certificate of application. Utimi use National Health Service NHS for free. with the fact that our certificate of application, that is your application is pending. Ultimate access public funds. Please listen. Ultimate benefits with certificate of application. So, we application on any in doubt, just send the document and ask them. You also say no, adibia we no chroma bia na we EU ni no you as a share code, and because it can generate a share code for you, that is brilliant. You just send your share code to them. So time na omo person musa check say you are so entitled to whatever you are claiming or doing. You just go and generate another share code, and then you continue until set application will be decided. Now, there is another very, very, very important thing that do you now know that you can actually travel outside of the UK with a certificate of application? Now, that is a revelation because new document now omo issue no say your application, now application is valid, now complete, now Home Office issue certificate of application, you can actually travel in and out of the country. Of course, you will need your passport as normal. Certificate for Bekaya. First, EU for my family members, now, your application, those days, na near Phyllis EEAFM form, with paper, 100-page documents, Now, we need passport to crump, and I'm saying those days, not under Directive 2004-38, Regulation 2016, say a now, you didn't even need a passport. Now, omo the visa no bo paper biso. Sa paper na omo de be ma na ye de vignette no as samples no. Now ultimately the count passport who to kwan. Something similar with the certificate of application. That is brilliant. So obi wo hono ma na or say I was metimi to kwan urgent, but my application is pending. But your mount certificate of application, yes, see, from 1st October 2021, you say October berry. From now on, no, say you issue a certificate of application and mawa, me pacho, you can travel. Now, ubebusa say na, na me di tu kwa na me ko na you refuse my application na me yede me pacho. Make sure that you've covered your back very well before you take that initiative. And no say. Ebia, why your application? Edi be 4 months. Unya decision, but what was certificate of application? Opesebia oko ebia. Unfortunately, old man a free, and I say mom a free, and I so be a repasso question. And now there is urgent need to travel. For our passport, we say EU application. Oh yeah, you enjoy passport until you have your passport with you. For our passport, no certificate, remember. And yet even paper no crown or more share because we can no more enter with details a be year ba check your status online. So why a valid application? You can travel. Now if your application were to be refused, your lawyer and I say the application refused a right of appeal. Certificate of application they say it will be valid until such time a decision has been made or all avenues to challenge that decision have been exhausted. Into social, so we administrative review, we appeal. Nasa court in determined case now, your application is so pending. It's similar to Section 3C, as we saying. So certificate of application is parallel to Section 3C under the immigration rules. Section 3C of the 1971 Act. So we application, nasa we application term now visa emu estanta. Your rights now under that visa no continues. Now it's the same as with the certificate of application. That's say why you make a decision and as you make a decision you refuse now we call court. Now court in deciding your case, you will still have the right. No fears at all because then see a refusal application and that's and also our instructor lawyer and why appeal. Then the rights under the certificate continue. And when idea a very, very important certificate for sending son of pay certificate of application no longer just confirm that why your application under EU law it will do a lot of things for you. Ultimate juma, ultimate co school, ultimate access public funds, ultimate hospital, ultimate pay bank account, ultimate rent a dime, said you can say now ultimate had you can drive, you can now travel. And this is amazing. And social remnants of the Directive 2004, 38, free movement na air so under appendix E, Obi people say na me was certificate na old one ni bi. Eno anka say mitimi tu kwan anase bia mitimi esane ma wo boso nyina. Me pacho enye paper no per se na ema right no. Is the time and the law and the policy as it is today. And to say old one ni bia me pacho go online na check your status. You will see that there no it will come up say who right to say obia will be said here can say because before no we issue the shorter one na no limited but run and because also obia all your application be as say close family member you all have that right to make ho aseme enti a very very good news enti prophet so wo ho no ma sama me 1 minute na ye de update ya bawie afi yenko ene topic no eso which is very very informative and very, very brilliant to discuss whether somebody can apply for British citizen if he or she has a criminal conviction. Thank you, Prophet, for the first half. Because second half, no 1 minute.
Yeah, so say the what coachy, Udi Adiana by first half, because second half. Now we are near about third half, and I don't know near one.
Third half, no be phone calls, yes, sir.
No. Atie for Padaroma and Anopai lawyer a chat in similar Aguamayan. Me copy Queen Fee, no almost tea and cake. Na me pew Simon Mokayani.
Oh my God, I love Rainbow Radio. Many colors, many voices, one
Rainbow Radio.
And this is near Yegina Sonono. Yedi abruchiri ako Ghana, yedi Ghana aba abruchiri. Se afe ana odi kwa video atu ha, ye were live on Facebook, Rainbow Radio International. Ena yegina so ewo radio no so DAB no aye den. Se said ye sani ansimu no twegu ba no. Ena no pay lawyer or the good news mum abreye. Hey, na je say the certificate ko through playing the any say any problem. No. Certificate ye ko through playing. E je say the any problem bra. Right. Oh yeah, near the call BW4 near catch us. I put to you. One ready law no. I put to you. Family through plane and I'm the family corner come run and I'm the ako men and animal unite say and yama ako kama. Lawyer na all the good news about. Yan san ko tie lawyer will say a fena or the British citizen for insem no beba. I am British. We are British and the lawyer of a church. Lawyer, Padaroma, fire call.
Thank you, Prophet. Prophet, so Chroma say na opposite we are British citizen, and also we are British citizen. It could be one or two ways obey British. The name say yawo Chroma say now parents at the time of birth no na we are settled that we are British automatically under section 1, subsection 1 of the British Nationality Act 81 no. Say yawo abontin from 2006 July. Na o mame anasa o papa a British citizen your baby about UK be outside of the world be no o a British citizen o here in section 2 now so we share section 1 no automatic right to British citizen ya wo how parents either say o mo certain or British citizen o share 1-3 na eno no ye say ya wo na time ya wo no na be our parents o mo settled either say no more 2.5 years leave to remain. And now say now there was something else. But unyini na o mami ana o papa aba British citizen and now be settled. So when you're indefinite leaver, then I know the omobe register now waba be British under section 1-3. So we share in section 1-4 non so under the same 91 Act now. So we are bofrania wo hana parents omumu bia ni asset na kakra out na continuously na udi 10 years. Omo betimi a register under section 1-4 na waba be British citizen. But say ye hwe empanifo no dia na ye ko section 6 no a 1 and 2. It is always section 6-1 na eno no ye one officer or naturalized by British citizens. Omo nware obi a oye British citizen. Obi a o ware British citizen no etimi naturalize under section 6(2) of the Nationality Act 81. Now, your requirements was a meeting to naturalize as a British citizen. So that BBI so under the British Nationality Act 81 now. I say any person of full age and capacity who is not already a British citizen may be naturalized as British citizen regardless of existing nationality or citizenship. It is also Prophet Ghana for yes, so your constitution 92 so dual citizenship. It allows that. And it is a UK law no dey open say obi biara wo wiase bia or ti UK ha na person obey British citizen no omo law no omo ma ho kwan. So depending on you your own country laws no and be determine say obetimi naturalize as a British citizen now what make people will other nationality na. So that is very good. There's another aspect important of someone trying to become a British citizen. Now anybody our age 10 na either say all register on some section 14 and as all naturalize as British citizen no I was say umiti adebia ye good character requirement. Now, to naturalize as a British citizen, so they know that you do command pay no. There are eligibility requirements that was a meet. But when they say your Friday residence requirement, English language requirement, life in the UK language, life of the UK test, and also also pass a requirement. Now, some in the wawa bonting for a certain time, in the 5 years, 450 days or more, depending on the circumstances. And you can say, for the last year now, by your application, you are wanting for 3 months, any residence requirement. What pass it level B1 and also what degree, and also if country, a largely English-speaking country. Now, so good character requirements, and not specifically na you be doing come and pay because a hard applicants and clients be brown person more a British citizen. Yemshe Emrano, prophets, the law. Your father be Schedule 1. Schedule 1 no a requirement for naturalization as British citizen under the section 6 of the Act, And no, as I said, maybe, so the maboboso no. Sa schedule no requirements, And I know na sa good character requirement no I was a meet. Good character requirements now in say twofold. So either say immigration breaches, ebia obaha illegally, uba krumanum watina hanum illegal. Why your name may be, immigration ebia wa abuse status visa yedemao and only immigration side. Any what criminal side, I don't know link it to criminal convictions. Nina is something to do with your character. It is say what bakroma no what na hanum wa overstay and I will remu clandestinely na 10 years in Maya you say a bad character into a better affected application to naturalize as British citizen. Yem ka eno ho asem more and de ye de beka kogina criminal convictions then we can dissect and see a mudie hin na se wo a be prevent you to naturalize. Criminal convictions krano den I also declare and so we application me pacho ye free ade bi Rehabilitation Act. Yeah, na sometimes so we boni okrum hanom na ye sentence wa your time bia edi na ebia afede etwagu. So obi ohonoma o se ye maame ye kasamin ye community service and I say suspended sentence. Na Rehabilitation Act and say 3 years sa conviction etwa record is no longer there. Yes, so per juma and now we bia it may not come in. But with nationality law, I say criminal convictions bia no matter how long it's applicable, you have to disclose. And na osha the questions be to your platform so na na ye be follow up to know exactly what the criminal convictions are and there na a bit may affect your application. So first of all, you say, do you even have to disclose a criminal conviction? The answer is yes, you have to. Because Makase, Sa Rehabilitation Act, and you won't free mu say because of say conviction be higher spent you don't have to disclose. So me pacho so wo ye application to naturalize as a British citizen for the purposes of good character requirement in intino, please disclose all criminal convictions regardless of whether it is spent and you have to disclose. Now, so one disclosure, a then be happen. Your friend be misrepresentation and deception. So a suspended sentence for 1 year. 3 years about under the Rehabilitation Act in 74 and I say enka I spent. And yema bebreo application bebreo ho no ma oh yeah. Omo be catch to say, sir, if it's spent, you don't disclose. But and the mama yen so say, so wo your application to naturalize as a British citizen. It doesn't matter. So 20 years crown a yema or suspended sentence 1 year. Just say that. The good thing is that by disclosing won't have any effect or we will come to that persistent offending. It will not affect your application per se, but not disclosing rather will, because then you are concealing something. ODBB is here, in itself also about bad character, because bear in mind say character no ye can issue any bind. It is obey to me the idea be a wire that SCA our bra form no say can be happen and not just say oh deceive home office. Enti me pacho so work any record be no disclose. Obi bebusa say na fines ne parking taking ye beba esa eno so ye be going to step by step. Now criminal convictions prevent you from getting British citizenship. So which ones na prevent you from getting your British citizenship? Now your criminal convictions are what your Friday be sentence based thresholds. So, for example, let's start with sentence a year at least 4 years. Say, ukoye bone na ye de uko prison. You find a custodial sentence. You know, let's say a year at least 4 years. Me pacho, wo British citizen application almost certainly will fail. If you have been sentenced, custodial sentence, you sent to prison for at least 4 years. Wo British application will or may fail because of that. Say your court obi a sentence in a custodial sentence of at least 1 year. Na say 15 years me pa hon koya. It would affect your British citizenship application. So we are talking about custodial sentence. So why you born na you do prison. In the social medical can say so you born na you do prison for at least 4 years. Almost certainly say application may fail. Say you do prison for at least 1 year. Now we application. Let's say 15 years. Me pa hon koya. Ebe affect your citizenship application. Say a custodial sentence less than a year. Not say 10 years. Me pa hon ebe affect your naturalization application. But say what we are non-custodial sentence. You recording or criminal record or so. Now say 3 years empower who non-custodial no say the makano be spent be a community service in this but it was a sentence oko magistrate court na your sentence na but your chairman 3 years empower Saturday oh yeah affect that much. Now, Obi say, what about overseas convictions? Are they relevant in citizenship application? Yes, the answer is yes. Immigration rules in the say, guidance in the say we bonibio amanone. Infant Ghana once again as an example. Now say we criminal record. We bibi or Ghana. Now we bakrumanum. Now we application. Nebusa say we criminal record or UK. And now say anywhere in the world that please you have to disclose and say yes. Now, criminal record I what amano and may be woman a be any applicable. So for example, you funny say bia Ghana emrase say wo obi same sex for me partnership illegal into a criminal into you are convicted that you've caused you've committed a crime. But UK bia ahano yeji civil partnership potum so between same sex person form a relationship. Into any criminal record, it is, you could see that although you have a criminal convictions from overseas, abroad, it may not affect your application here. You will have to disclose anyway, but it will not affect it because any crime in UK. So that is the difference between what criminal record abroad and UK. So, but you have to disclose anyway. So what is classed as persistent offending in British citizenship application? Now, make can say your custodial sentence almost certainly it will affect your British citizenship application, and your sentence be also it will not. But your sentences be although it may not affect your application, but having committed that crime, what you're born in maybe a 1 year, near charge you say 2 years, near charge you say, and under normal circumstances, and no per se no may not affect your British citizenship application, but because of say what I what abusing the law, you are a serial offender, no, it may go against your application to naturalize as a British citizen. Persistent offending may affect your British citizenship application. Now, the effect of non-custodial sentence and out-of-court disposals on your British citizenship application. Out-of-court disposals need to say, ebia police, overspeeding near amount tickets, ne £60 pay, ebia 3 points on your license in this man. Would they affect your British citizenship application? Yes and no. Okay. Now, first of all, you must declare, so disclose our convictions. Out of court disposal, so a fine, a caution. Say within the last 3 years, it may affect it, but just disclose and explain. Now, I will come to the fact of examples of applications. Are successful, although our clients, for some reason, had criminal convictions. Will a fixed penalty affect British citizenship? I've said, fixed penalty be to say, parking tickets, they are not technically criminal convictions, but then it depends on the incident. Say, wako parking baby, yesima and parking honum. Near amount tickets, abibia na opakini amount tickets na bia lead it to court. Ye de court na ye mao fine situano went here. So you could see that although getting a parking ticket technically is not a criminal convictions and therefore although you have to disclose or you may not even have to disclose, but say acquire persistent na say enye persistent crampo but punishment na de ma say tuano a ticket, PCN, went here, it may affect your application. So a fixed penalty notice that normally results in your British naturalization being refused. But se when Chianampacho, a quiet man so dear and Shana aquaco ha adrin. Now, Yaka, dear Kenyan, Ubi said, now, why not any quasi omiti sa good character requirements, Of course, in any law, there are always exceptions to the rules. Now, your oncophobia or they don't have to meet this good character requirement. Into a naturalization application and a registration application, he or she doesn't have to actually disclose any criminal or convictions or offense. Number one, individuals who apply under stateless provisions in Schedule 2 of the British Nationality Act 1981, free krobia so you may be asking now why not or not there stateless. Some people can be stateless. So we free country be a dual citizenship, dual nationality. Yen funny say yen abaye ya or Syria na am say free either Bangladesh or Sri Lanka. Now yes ye gen passport free in some. Ye gen passport free in country no free no or practices dual citizenship. Or be stateless. Sani pano. If, say, or for some reason being called naturalized to become British citizen, the criminal person may not apply. Your individuals or more apply under Section 4B of the Act, or money or more have other citizenship. And your individuals automatically, So shall make us and make can be 2006 July is relevant date because before July 2006, nasenka wo abofra wo amanone abroad na opapa wone no nware wo maame no wo ye Ghana ni a wo Ghana na wo abofra no papa no ye British citizen before 2006 July no na unfortunately sa abofra no nye British ye nyina nim sense kan maame ye British na wo no Ghana nka akra no be British and I'm running sign yes ye case law be Supreme Court decision in R. Johnson with Secretary of State 2006 citation. I say not a discriminatory until almost some runner said actually obia nanka obey British citizen automatically senkanane maame ne papa aware at the time of his or her birth a year before 2006 July because he said if after acquiring British regardless of whether maame ne papa na aware but more ye wo mo now papa British now maame nye British but ye wo outside of the UK until now when you're British citizen because of the law discriminating against you, as you say, yes, me register free na mobile British, So what criminal pastor, it will not affect you. You can still become British citizen. So what criminal pastor may not affect you. So the abobosi now, how can BWF solicitors actually assist you? Now, so sure, a technical kakra because. On one hand, we are saying that having a criminal conviction may not necessarily actually impede your chances of acquiring British citizenship. On the other hand, we are saying it may. So it's technical. If you are unsure, so when you're clean, remember that acquiring British citizenship in itself, Home Office will say it's a privilege. And therefore, it's a discretionary consideration. Inti social Home Office for ebemo abe British omupa. Inti although you may meet all the requirements, still they may refuse your application. It doesn't matter. For their own, it can be a policy reason or it can be public interest reason. Inti British. It's absolutely within their remit to do that. And unfortunately, there's no right of appeal against a decision under the 1981 Act, It is all sure. You refuse application to become British. You may apply for Home Office to reconsider the decision, but you cannot appeal against the decision because a idea discretionary. And lawyers in Ibem were bra when you're sure. You name 1,320 thereabout for citizenship application is a lot of money. And not to throw that money away, maybe spend small money to see a lawyer. Now, I assess your situation. No one should say, "What you will be," or those that will, criminal past, a bit much saying, now one who said it's okay to go forward. See our own courses can engo. Now, there is a dear beer, maybe say a T for sentence. So they say sometimes I need to say beer okay British citizenship application. Na ye refuse wa ebia obelusu okrata mpacho bibi sign ho ye nim se wo indefinite leave and outimi ekoye application to naturalize as British citizen wo he section 6.1 na ye se wo naturalize a won British citizen no so unya indefinite 1 year beto so a na wa ye application to naturalize wa British citizen no se wo ware na unya indefinite you go through appendix FM 2.5 5 years now apply for indefinite leave to remain at the end you ultimately apply to become British because you are married to a British citizen. That is if you meet the residence requirement, which is 5 years. Obi people say na say law here is nka o ware obi British nka 3 years ultimately naturalize it, but on me pacho residence requirement na was schedule 6.2 has actually made that provision obsolete. So now also we have 5 years lawful residence in order to become a British citizen when you are applying under the Act. And the good news in any say, so what indefinite leave. Now your application to naturalize as British citizen. Now you refuse we indefinite wo obi amfane sanka. Nanka okope adebia ye say privilege in ya amfa ma me pacho. It will not affect your indefinite leave to remain in the UK. So you can give it a go. as I've said, if you're not sure, seek legal advice to direct you and guide you to make a successful application. But you will not lose your indefinite leave to remain. The only time you may lose that is if it is found out that becoming settled, we sue deception beer. It was not detected at that time, but now we apply for naturalisation na akoyiyaba. And they are not trouble about because they can actually revoke or curtail or cancel your indefinite leave to remain. That is exceptional circumstances. But in general, so we British citizenship application na omu deny wa. Ebi okra oma be calculated time bi am say times e ultimately apply. So it's not something that it should ward you off from applying. Into prophets, the medibe si ha no ene say so criminal conviction and answer character bi and behavior bi emfakwamu ye na wo doubt say bi a ebe affect with British citizenship application me pacho wo de lawyers na omo no go through the process because it's very complicated in terms of which one apply and which one doesn't. Na yen still na 1003 no one kwankotu. As I've said, becoming a British citizen is a privilege. The benefits are, and it's just, unprecedented because imagine you can participate in the society more fully. You will have access to a lot of things. Ubetimate free, Chrome many years and come back without any impact on your right to be here. Remember, being a British citizen gives you right of abode in the UK. So, indefinite leave to remain. You have leave to remain. As it said, you leave, ya mau akwen jaset na ha. But Mrs. British citizenship there, or right of abode. Right is different from leave. Right is something that you have. It will be hard for somebody to curtail your rights, but so easy for somebody to take away your leave. Entina, your advocate say, so apply to become a British citizen. It's brilliant. You can travel to over 200 countries without any visa. A lot of time, you don't need to come back, as opposed to say indefinite leave to remain. Now, Ghana, now you see 2 years. Although say under the EU settlement scheme, you see 5 years, but normally 2 years to come back. That is restriction. Oh yeah, there now who pro so back. But so what British citizen there, you can stay away for as much as longer you can. Another good thing is that it will be hard for this to be taken away from you. You said Section 40 of the Nationality Act and still say we whom be a major but it will be very very hard to do that. And until I say oh yeah, Ghana now indefinite leave. I may were many cases are dealing with deportation cases. Yeah, boys, and they were more prison because of drugs and yema basabi. Unfortunately, omoba kromano, omo indefinite leave, oman be ye British citizen. Into so share ye law na, so a foreign criminal. You free prisoner, you do be krom. Ukrom ye Ghana. So you're a British citizen, you free prisoner. Utu ukrom Britain. You fanko baby. Entina ehun here say. Naturalize. Ghana Constitution allows you to be dual national. Me pacha mo take advantage na yenye say criminal conviction na hadwea lawyer na on solve emma. Prophet, thank you for this. It is a question bia o ha na yeyi ano.
Yo, lawyer, yeda wase anopa idie ni awodi afa na ba bia awodi ya chinchin akopie abayi. Nia yebekani se onyame enhyira em se yebeja ball no ama atiefo no ma to de ato park no so na ma pass na onso eja wabo ahye atenanum na eno ano no na yekoyanim na amanfo enti ase no mo hunu se enne yenkomodie no ba bia lawyer bia fa bia no nya ho nko a na obetimi di wo question na fa ba bia wo pese wo de fa bia wo de fa ba lawyer ebeyiwa no na niema aye kama say ya warijan aye nkrata sem ede na wo o de ba e ba cho me ma wache e ma akwaba e ba yeduma die so me ba cho me ma wache yo
Robert me ma watching Emma lawyer Richard instruction.
Ebacho, wa humano so me chia.
Yo, me ma watching Prophet me ma lawyer Richard instruction.
Yo, good morning, brother.
Nyame nham no djuma pam ye. Mpacho me wo.
Ebacho, me ma watching yo.
Mpacho me question you know, the kan say me wo indefinite.
Hello.
Me yeren so indefinite. Hello, mpacho what me kan?
Prophet, yen yetenenka.
Momo tenenka.
Mpacho ai.
Na me na me fa wa ha. Me na ma fa wa ha na wo tenenka na me tenenka. Lawyer mo pese mo kire se. Dabi. Me na me fa ni pa na me na. Na wo tenenka na me tenenka. Lawyer. O pese wo kire se. Lawyer, I put to you. What do you want to encounter only in income?
Sister, my brother Kasane has a prophet betonka.
But my question, you need the decano. Me were indefinite, me indefinite, me were settled state or me you were settled state. But you were quite when you're 5 years. Bra, ye won not yin settled status. Into your Korana, you see a year pre settled status, settled status, Makorana, and a pen of running in Pinu.
Me pacho se o say when ya o settled status me boa.
Ai me yen so nya settled status.
E na ye wo abofra no so wo UK ha say.
Ye wo abofra no UK ha.
Me pacho nti say we dey primary law. Nti no o he ye session 13 na. E se o ye parent afa e na wa be settled that. O mana wo mo krom ha na mo ye below 18 years ni nyina no. Obetimi apply na wa register for them to become British citizen. And timpacho ye application no MN1 no online. Na obetumi 1,012. Na a register abofra no nti men ha ho se obeye any EU settlement scheme be application be amano mpacho register no me British citizen. Why?
Bacho mati. Bacho my second question so me baby soja ni bi wukrom ha ekoware na de ne ba ha eme amani mpienu but omo ba ya no due to one or two wenti aware no ababegu ama oba na tu etibebi oba man baba no ka oye net na mbese me bisa senti se owo mpienu na kwan be no be fato a obetima ye enya indefinite enti aware ni hobi
aware ni ho me pacho se onye divorce there but o separate enya sir.
Almost separate on your divorce, but
okay.
Many din common Bearman situation no. Or friend of crown fancy ya Bearman by divorce, man.
That's
Bearman a Bearman again quan, Copato Barn and coffee, but Obani and Ness. And to means my advice in the man in coffee now. Yamadar once a BW of 400 years. You bidding common by Yentina Mibusa Pashiaman.
Yeah, it's a very good question because social and immigration rules now. Sa appendix AF no armed forces no and also my provision same as because unse urban or by as a spouse, okay, of an exempt person that is a soldier. And recently mene Madam Ajwa application be Emma yenua or by be a similar situation successful or mama indefinite leave. Now and say what had them as a spouse, you know, enti now on your divorce is crucial. Set one cancel marriage, you know. If you say cancel marriage now, you don't have any right. Then they say status, you know, is gone. But or so legally, she is so married to this person, but because of, for example, domestic abuse in Tino and a relationship, you know, I break it down. Do you know to me being evidence to show say. Relationship not break it down because of domestic abuse. As a spouse, no, obi or spouse visa, so no, 5 years, no, obey me apply na yamano indefinite leave. On here, Bearman near Mabia because of course, this is the person who is abusing her. So there is no expectation that she could get documents from the man. Meet requirements na ya na even not even English. Or life in the UK requirement. Obenya indefinite leave. It's pacho sa application we know a very technical one. Enya dia obetimi ama enchenchen phobia aya ama intimi pacho ma onhu lawyer na almost starting gather evidence as much as they can from objective sources GP police charities ne sankrofono na omfanye application no obetimi anya ne indefinite so she should not suffer in silence eniko ase okasekrata nti obetna baby aware no ho ana obe keep you on because that is the whole essence of the indefinite leave DV provisions nti mpacho manim pinchen lawyer na onye bibi man obetimenya indefinite don't worry at all say anekrata no say because there is a way out of this.
Richard William Pacho Sebi more way no nenye lawyer BM said DW kina me jina so buta question because one kasa wada romana utichi me kakanka krama ene yenso ye na enya baby gina na there to me in say bra case no ba no one report to ama police many wo kasa o se bara so ba dem na tupuja no e oda so tifio na so ja for man time say on pentu one report to asem na ama police but oda so timility bara so as of today.
Okay, so unse abribia na ya na kase omo suffer domestic abuse hardly they will report the abuse to the police and any problem bukra mekaka ho as because of say mekasa already so I have to say all the things that you will need but applications are here for domestic abuse ni nyina successful no not even one na yede police report kan ho because omo nyina an report abuse to the police but say me kan normally you may get evidence from a GP actually confirming that you are depressed, you are stressed, you are distressed. Now, if you are prescribed antidepressant, it will do. It will not sorry and penny for a medical for advice or counseling. It is all sure depending on the circumstances. So that is why obehu yaina yacheche because you obiana also called be free baby depending on the person's peculiar circumstances. You bet me who. Evidence obetimi agada ye de be successful application amano nti don't worry o mano brako
Richard me da was no personal number me de be mano na maka chen so mo modern no ka san talk in person now no in come 1-to-1 now we book appointment so be in office
me pass your
take
care sir
yes so yeah that was onyame nshira we book appointment no me hunu no office bye bye omra office na yene no entina se me yehwe na niam mu me yentwetwe nkomo me yefa yentuye me ba cho me ma ache ema akwaba eba edumade so
me ma wachen o prophet
yeja
Richard anope insu me ma wachen
mon yo mejo suminia
yo am say lawyer obeti me voice no nti ma mu bi din kura am say obi hunu pa pro
Nia endra obidi ye mi bi na pesa odi ye lawyer yi
ono hu ni pa product
o kasa na mehu o de yankoso
yeah lawyer ai me pa chewo EU ubi ewo settlement ena wode ne ma ede aba hasi kum hasi nti announce onya settlement no enkra no so ababinya the same settlement
yes
this time around no mredodo saying na wase nipa no etwen ansa na watimi ama ne ma no ababe British ana say this omutwa after say before some buy no omukura a resident na omu parent ni binya settlement no nti o ya application man kura no so binya indefinite. Nti se ankwa na indefinite now. Tambe no bitimi apply for British book.
Very good. Make a sanam so mude ye yomu fro. Se we abofra you be below 18 years. Se wo ba krom ha say na o maame anase o papa enye British citizen. On se enkra ya nwo ewo UK ha say. Ye wo mo Ghana na o mabaha and now omanya indefinite leave to remain. Now the only time they can apply to register to become British citizens, a time one of the parents, and so naturalized as British, and as one of the parents has become British citizen. Enti se ebia ne maame ana ne papa no because of good cultural requirements nti ebia also train for 10 years nti ebia niema bi ntoto so obetime aye an application to become British and ye empofa ne betwen kopem se omo maame ana omo papa no be British na ode omo kan application ho na waye ama wo mu eno no ye section 3.1 section 3.1 of the Nationality Act 81 because a discretion ebia I'm afraid normally na ade hard when say depending on their age ebi one omo ye be less than 8 and less than 12 na nkomo ba ha say na omo maame na omo papa ba ko ye British then you know you can register them to become British citizens. But this one the American say on China omo mu ba ko naturalize as British na omo dem krana kan. There is another way you can do this. You can do this purely for the children to be registered under discretion 3.1, whereas maame no nye British, papa no but no say madika can say one of the requirements is one parent here British. And say bako nya you are just going to do a lotto. Wo de sika no koma wo mu say in fact me miti bibia but e bia abofra we di 16 and 14 there be omo ko France and omo ko school trips I just say ko visa mano nnamfo nyina British citizen e bi krampa ni nua nketewa for your British citizens nti omo ti kwan no nkwa you can just do that kind of representation but a discretion so kids we can efilia obetima ka say okay me register and cray and yes idea I just say what chain na omumu ba ko e ba beye me wo files see ya em say me nua no Stanley o tie me I was say ye bibisa ma me nua oye madamfo and file that me table see na yema abofra ne twen ya ni nua mo de wo mo ha nti omo de omo be British ya register mo but unfortunately because of so no de yan wo no ha nti no I was wo twen na one ne maame ana ne papa nti say na ne maame ene ne papa ya ready say omo naturalize no na ye de abofra na e ka mo nti wo de no ye ntwen na maame na papa no naturalize na de abofra no aka
nti lawyer nti say in case say me wo indefinite no na me hold any British passport my wife and so be on so incredible na ye wo akra for ewukum ha dia ono de akra de when am see awu ewukum ha no you be to register as a British
me ba cho akra na wo nam say mumba akwo indefinite nti no say the medical can no automatic British citizenship no e was section 1 ho no akra na be British automatically ye wo na because now one of the parents is settled at the time of the child's birth. Intendo de won't call registration who asem. Registration ye oma young one wo ha anase bia ye wo mo na maame na papa na enye settled no anase abofra ye wo no ha wadi 10 years na ye registration mo nti se wo no ha na wo indefinite nko ade or a British citizen direct. Okay.
And a lawyer, I'm saying the better because me well, it's chat next. I'm saying,
okay. Now, so is it charge based no? Who American na because I'm say is it I'm say you know. And now we nyanko.
Me nyanko.
Okay, all right. Mati. Until you back aside.
Right, Mati, lawyer.
Bye. Take.
Me pacho o hye nkom se beche ba me so me hye nkom aka tro se nya de beche sa.
Amen.
Wo wadire na ye o se beche. Ba me
nyame mu de ene Mati. Me di wo de ni dipa.
Wo ya brane pampa bo ntia chiri wati.
Amen.
With God all things are possible.
That's a prophet.
Bye. Lawyer we menyentum enche sa.
No. Prophet send an send you message because senior prophet. There was a reason for that.
Medasi. Lawyer Medasi. Nano me pie yes I know be able to do so senior prophet. Lawyer Medasi. Me ba chop me mo achi me mo akwa ba.
Me wa achi o senior prophet.
Odi for penny pa.
Medasi. Lawyer hate you.
I'm so the lawyer, me no good lawyer, I think I can man. But you could a Ghanaian passport, more free settle, and my wife here Italian, you could a European passport. They can take Germany. The question is I say me visa and I say me or come on and I say me visa the question
I me pacho I also a visa inti from sa 31st of December on say now home office for crest and the emails be ba say oh yeah pre-settled status application na no maka cho say o sesa wa de ya ba EU settlement scheme ya si ade de ma no leave to remain on say and na make us me bo ade bi so na me say Friday be right and Friday be leave. So under the 2016 regulation, no, na directive 2004-38, no, now you have freedom of movement of EU nationals and their family members. Sa emrano eko ewie aba ewie 31st of December no. And it's also mom we application ya mamo leave to remain under Appendix EU to the immigration rules, you know. Who leave there so we bibia just a permission ye ma permission ti so person no yere we Italian national and EU national to kwan akọ EU country anka first no nanka won na economy nka won je visa but unfortunately they said there I just oje visa nti koje Schengen visa na baby a mo pese mo kono mo betima call all the EU countries ni nyina okay
na baya na nkese bi on so menini mi no e ko ni krom a ai no say
I was a visa unfortunately
maza me pacho na ni krom no enka European Union no
say so bi on ko ni krom ni so ye family member dey na
me pacho wo say what trespass of family membership
oh ene bawu
wo ye koje Schengen visa wo ye what we say
yo senior person with that far
what we say koje Schengen visa kika documents ni boom na bra na me koje Schengen visa ma no baby visa
oh ne ba
prophet na say oji visa okay all things are possible onyame nsira koje Schengen visa na koje woni oyire nkocha monaya se kakra holidays ya bere lawyer me kram be ko holidays my brain be ko holidays
prophet Christmas nkwan be mo ko holidays
lawyer I was with you that man ko holidays
be mo ko holidays only Christmas prophet
me ba cha me mo wachi e mo akwa ba e ba jumadi ezo.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, odo you.
Me pa cha me question better me lawyer question kakra
me pa cha sweetheart ma wo TV no ana wo radio no ana say wo Facebook no ma no form.
Oh, okay.
Not my question is fair. Great. Why?
My question is fair. So when obi or kromo ha awo like nipa ne British citizen. Wajibu kama ne bano na maame no okuta 2.5. Say ana waji ama ni say akra no ebuku ni wu a. Me say here papa no say o me sign na ne bana na say me ametimi aye me pacho.
Yo, my dear sister Mpacho, wow, bet me a renew. Unse, Papa no a year, first one a man no, Abrafran say or a British citizen is established. And it's a wuna o ye renewal passport ama Abrafrana. Na say young fan say be a only Papa na more worry into money relationship, one in a walk and not ten baby into 1 hour show bana. Form ni bebusa say parental consent, father, mother. Na wonkwa wasan na box bi wo form na se ho ebebusa say adentina parents no moye 2 na 1 pena assign consent form no na waka say ebia wo sole responsibility over the child eno ano no enti unhia papa ne biem okay eno answer why renewal no
enti no me kwaje passport forms na sa baby a me sign wo me side no box na wo no me like naturalise ways for them to know.
Yeah. Until people say, if only one parent is signing this form, can you explain why? Why only one parent is signing the consent form? Not whatever the reason. Now they're so, but normally, yeah, not.
Because I'm taking care of him, so I'm the responsible, like Lisa.
No, so you have sole responsibility for the child.
My soul.
Today, I know our friend later. Difficult. So the good news is that you can do it yourself without the British father. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So who's ube do it by yourself? Bra BWF solicitors. Nyame adom yebeboa guide you through ana wo pekura wo fill forms ni we wo fie na wo nyɛ sure wo ni concrete wo de be lay blocks no e wo so a wo de ba yebehwem na ya polish concrete no ne ye de block no asisi yie ni ba bia wo se ye de door to ne ye de ato ba bia wo se ye de window to ne ye de ato na se home office ye rough na omukofa window mu bia ne ya so mu ne ye de omukofa door no I say omukofa window no
Macho yo me da message papa mo ye na mi
ya da asi papa hwe afiwe ye ni abre enti mame nka bibi nkyerɛw fa open na fa wo telephone me ba cho me nya na ma fa no gina soma me me pesa me kyerɛw BWF solicitors achi na se lawyer Richard Efri Hakwa one baby sa me say na sofo fa na lawyer for no wo mempe manson me from last Thursday baby sit net ma preaches net me kotwa so nyame ya doma me wie next Wednesday enti mesra program no abuso se kura de me ya pa ba me ba cho BWF solicitors our preferred community lawyers me ba cho your address fourth floor of Anna House 214 to 218 High Road. 214 to 218 High Road. Seven Sisters, London N15 4NP. Hey, Adiena me yabosi. London N15 4NP. Me pa cho. Ye telephone number bet me afresi ya madam obefa na one atimi adinkomo. 0208 493 7340 0208 493 7340. Me pacho me mawachi ama wakwaba eba jumadi iso.
Good morning, all prophets. Good morning, Lawyer Richard.
Good morning.
Me pacho me di the address me first fatal fault. Me pacho me questions me no if more sambe and samame at the bed. First of all, my name me ma and wahana me husband, but the marriage is no more. But me kuno Swedish citizenship e ma nkorano. And me no can say citizen Sweden no bet me I dual citizenship as well. And better me jihad and ma wo more. Na application me was settled status. It's only busa say can I do it along with nkorano and I meet nya nkorano die no. But on their own, tell me yama or when the meaning ready. And no question I may do sir. Say make me now lawyer can be about registering MN1. Mako say but minimum say make me aye ye na ya bomu dia. Na you meet me the abana lawyer ma ye na ye bom. And I say make me aye womu na ma ye need be separate sir. Okay,
so young way no quickly. So the medical answer ye nua be no question no I'm say same. Me pacho adwa one mufra ne de nyina but most of them are Swedish. They are so the first one are Swedish citizens, you know, they is the same. So they have settled status as EU nationals, but omo ya mufra so they can naturalize. And I'm so ya mufra na so ya wo no ha nampa ya wo
e pa try wo mo ha.
And say who was settled status?
E pa try me was settled for about 4 years now.
And in patrol with my mofra no kwa dear mom without you. And no ye another route no obey you session 13 no. And to beka say your mofra no kroma say. Oh mama they say when you indefinite leave. And because of that no all register woman amoma be British citizen. So you don't have to be British this time around because of the fact say a woman mofra no UK nintino. Wo be settled no obetime register woman be British citizen. Ewa bra wo nya British. Basanke ya nwo had dear and then can just say no mo ye boom. So that's the difference. Okay.
I'll show you. We the kafro na ma cheda and say bra ni dey na see. Me patcho me next question is say with settled status no. Make me e dey me ma me make me do be free Ghana but like say or babet na so or bar for holidays. I not so no me patcho how do I go about it? Because me Ghana me Ghana citizen. So number two come dey I don't know if settled maybe almost 8 years number two come dey me free ba.
Yeah.
men I'm a sour union, come again say, be a meeting actually, so be shen crano. I'm a Marco schooling in I am a say, me Busan one sem kakra.
Yeah. Now, I'd rather know for ma, time on our worry EU national. Because,
make kind, but one fan, I mean, at that time, so now, me uncle union now make but it's still my shaft, I'm a brave.
Because Nanka that time no now we hear said they know so sure and say oh mama no nti ka ba DNA just oh mama no relationship requirement because before 30th of June no na we hear so be show say oh mama depend so for her application to succeed under the 2016 regulations you know nti say ya go past sa law no na wajai papa yi no no we free EU law no emu so they say no we immigration rules na say because we are settled it is we indefinite leave it is a we indefinite leave dey na person we dey o maame bakroma senya visit na oba bestrawa which of course you can't even say obehwe o mama obeka so obestra mo senya no na person oba as for settlement is a very very high threshold requirement also meet you say bibia na yakase so person o mame and as adult dependent every Ghana eba no better also show say God forbid ma yare to the extent say we hear wo care said unko na betima provide sa care because Ghana be bia ni ho na obi ni ho a obetima hwe no age se unko which is not the case ntia na ma omo amwo either you are British or you are settled or whatever visa you have, what person they will mommy and papa very 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 difficult. And say they visiting na ye dey any ebetre visit there. What me show say be a Christmas be a opese ma ba na obehwe na nanafo no na modi Christmas boom. So when ye adwuma e be abeka say wona wo sponsor na e be a ombema na ba na waba behwe but ontimi me settle with you. Okay.
If I show me that's the panel, yeah.
You're welcome.
Yo, ani aba yanso yadawa ase sane wani abre abaso di abre wabai abre wabra e ba cho me ma achi e ma wakwa aba eba dimadi so
me tiawo pasta acho bibia boko
onyame adom na sesei no mo ba brochire na mo be no mo tea kakra ewe salad kakra ye tia mo kro mo kasa kra na mo wura afiri e dia asem no
Madam Pacho Messia,
salad kakrani ayi kakra ma ba winti na no me ka kire me ba bi say salad kura de mi kro mu ye de man ponchi
Pacho da
madam ma lawyer hate you
lawyer Pacho wo ma ba for 12 years my first application 2014 I will refuse you my second one I know so me worry EU February 2020 before answer I will move free mono but me two among recently almost throw me almost see me my evidence the church and na me wo komu ha before the answer I will move free mono and be evidence from June 2020 they call you and so up to now me see one more time my year this worried.
Well, you don't have to, my dear sister, because we are facing the same thing. So say the happiness after 30th of June na your deadline to apply, you know. More application no na omunyen decide ye wo ho ni nyina no say the omuye de say oh ha no ma send the email say we ye pese hu say na wo ha no last year. That is before 31st of December. The reason in is in order for you to, establish any rights from Appendix EU, you have to show say application in your Chrome you have to show say now we Chrome before 31st of December. Senior Sadia necessary after they are one person who say we will be our family permit na eba enti the umbebu say from June to December 2020 for one evidence ebra HSA you were here into Sabia even a Tesco club card no much letter na udin also it doesn't matter whether the same address as your husband no because Abia now owns the same address and to say will be bia even to GP crown ebema letter say they have seen you from maybe June to December in term any paper at all within was to be an mepacho fa egmawon. Now this is number 2 no here. One evidence showing your residence in the UK from June to December 2020. That would confirm that now Okromuhanum and Sana law no a barrier. And one evidence will be your application. So within the application time, so shows say that's so Okroma. Or just upload these 2 documents in the mawomo or more. What the akoma the other happiness, I think it was Tuesday, nominate caseworker by Kokasa or frame no busase may upload documents be when he intimate me uploading for fra. Me busana say, I didn't know Mubusa and say Yamfa Bibi Emra, na yet upload. It take it time or catch him say, and I'm so far now, or young Jumana, na wonya and Yemeni to make a decision, no, or be put in a request. Now what offer not to no call another one dear so. Enti owa na wonya alert say wa upload the document na wo be kwa join the queue no again enti say or call forward because the one no de ne ma aba a bibia wo ho no obe make sa obe consider that person's application enti further request for evidence no delays applications enti men worry too much.
Okay, Martin, that. But my second question, me wama bienu Ghana, bakono kitwanu wo 13 na penino, afei na wenya 20 years. Me pato still wamu ye okay, say me pese me nyansa na me de won beba na say me kunu no betimi ayam straight away. Me
pato wono wonye sponsor, ukunu no na ye sponsor. And I'm so worried ukunu no ntino. The relationship is there. So womano abeye ukunu no emma. It is all him anymore. Say so worry ubia wono womano abeye papa no stepchildren. It is say omoya stepchildren definition under appendix EU na nkasa no say family members include stepchildren. Enti pacho men train say wo de ne beba ansa. Ye application ma emofan papa no na e ya ma wo. Na omo emra men twen wo de na de wodi 20 no ko 10 21 na ebema problems aba because then also we show dependency enti ye ni se na omkra emra
Bacha Martin me that lawyer na misha
take care
misha okay bye
hey lawyer ye da si na emre no kwa na ko hwe a ye tam no aso hey yatam no abunukom mepacho mema achi ema wakwa ba eba ejumadi eso
yo pacho mejuso pasa mi fa lawyer kutakaka
mepacho fa lawyer na fa na kasa mimi nya ne nkasa bim eye maja lawyer ma fa no ne nkasa
mepacho yo mati midasi very quick one lawyer pacho na me driving na speed camera chain and I chain na policeman me letter na me feel na me de call na me de call no later no mo option mo ma 2 options say ada me choose for course and I me choose for penalty and I me choose for course nti me choose for course no and I mo de letter by say me friend na me book for course nti me friend me try say me book course me to me and me friend no me work letter ni so nti me friend na omo file and I me catch up me say me book course me ba me to me and I panic try say obey ama no so book here. Oh yeah, yes, and you know it's full up now. It's fully booked. Into I should keep on trying. Into me yes, na man to me anya na Miss Sanfred, one of my offer be no more man offer actually. Into there's nothing they can do. Miss say I mean to me your cost and then they say me chia penalty me kana me I feel more na police at actual ababion say, if anything, me choose course no manya course no sisia omo de me akokota say me feel form na me adame kokota options o say me kokota na me no then yeah when that going to the court and I will there me just intimity sana say enya na be do o say me to me yefa entra me fa.
Well, so driving offense, any amount of options. Say, obetimi aye speed awareness course, no, and now say obeko court. But one also when we there were problems. Into one man koye course, no, and now masa sure say, and I'm so 1 year course into no bra court. And two person who say, no kwanso no. Is that the question, Pacho?
In Pacho.
And of course, my brother, let's say. Course, you know, na me law school, but Guildford A3, almost ma go over. You mo the letter breme me pacho me you see, and Lewis Hamilton. You acquire a course and say you see, but who's a Verstappen even faster than Lewis. You acquire a course, you be say you be slow down. And in pacho says you acquire course no. Na one acquire there. So while okay, almost you have 2 options. Or your course na it's a form of punishment in a rehabilitation way, because okoye how we be see a slow down because a year course one thing I pick from it is that so person would do a gym in 30 minutes now 70 miles an hour. Next we call 90 miles an hour. It will only shorten the journey for 5 minutes, and then they ask you what will 5 minutes do for you. You see, so you can it really helps. So one course in a dia me pacho. Omodo court na magistrates are come either fine or points on licenses or something. And se sene de em se wa mana kechi ye ma options no one this so nti se sebra court temperature also court. So one court na a very serious offense. And unfortunately that is where you left yourself to be. Nti se sebra also oko. Okay.
But of course now me choose here my almost fully booked. And I never need to make friends. So almost can say it's fully booked.
Evidence necessary. Evidence necessary. Will try all your possible best, but you couldn't get on the course. Documents ne catch us say baby a fully booked. So between book baby for frana me boy.
Well, on can't.
Okay. The obey say. Okay. As someone making. So if you can. Baby, a form no police in a free by no search almost say this is the situation why you haven't done what you said you would do because of sena wunya slots on the course. So if they can extend the time for you to do the course, you will be grateful. So man tiasia oko magistrate no aka judge and say course no one kasa wunya obey name no wanya place obe order say okay sa akoye obe more time no akoye. Okay.
And to me, like form normal a free court no buy and so option or hotel and come in trying numbers and come in trying near man to me
yeah. So you have to give them the reason why. Yeah, do that. Yeah. Okay, never come home.
Now go back to me calling we contact me. Now me screenshot the dear me free course one because. Me say babanis and to nipa me ni kasa and I didn't get a name. To me screenshot and say me friend sa cost center no and that time no
okay. So my brother, you will program here for me mobile phone number nature form no na ye ni hun komo later again if you need further guidance on that. Okay.
Yeah. Me bacho eno na lawyer akire wo no wasem no asenia odi wo nioma akọ market na one for price anto so for lawyer na lawyer for price into so na ye hwe de bisi lawyer ida se
bacho yo mati
ya mi shira lawyer na bacho restaurant na ya ota kudidi ho no me bacho woman ogusu ye aduane ana
I said last minute ni din komo na o se da ben na ye ne prophet ebeba me bacho one or chain or profit.
Lawyer, me bajo maybe be program next Wednesday. Na fi ma free fasting, na fi ma ba life. ni ya hwe ni we e ba cho me ma wachen e mo akwa ba hwe nwa ni agi anko ba bi ekudidi
anyame nipa
aja
wachen apom design
onyame ahira yen
ele nyame as ele mi busa lawyer system to akakra ni lawyer pacho me ye you ni ama menya ikada de ama me say we were entitled to leave but this settlement team no they say me register na me ya actually say me call na say me date of birth me ehya sofe na ka chem say me number no I want me card me so me date of birth no and correspond it my trial it doesn't give me any chance to register it mean what has happened so if there is any help that you can help me about it
so already know why a settlement scheme application and now all logging on and a mouse information and I think I will try again fresh.
I may try again.
A beer na before no obi try send yes application ya mount and now a beer what they will card details momuna a starting application no then it would have registered with your card and your date of birth. And this what do passport or yeah me pacho my young friend na me go through because sometimes you create me e bi wo no na e bi okaso obi mo na onye application ma o refi or starting either say be or passport na start and register e bi won so the card won say old card na na the memo under 2016 regulation e bi o the no so na start it is say oh you try so be ye ma na ubo go to apply na ubo dino na e ka se fa ID now we use and ID now we use a number shehwa. What the passport there so fat because what the card the started some time ago. That could be the reason why.
Okay.
Yes, that could be the reason why.
Okay. Beginning in may start no. It be say may application no. Or some say the application no. And no. And I mean, for the passport, the show, and the EU card, or the biometric, and
so you have to choose
biometric.
Yeah. So what you do is that try with the passports. If it does not work, try with your card. One of them will go through. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Because I may try card,
yeah. Use the passport. Use the passport.
All right then. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Me bacho watwa fufu ama akoton kwam yenso thank you ni bi wati ai
oh ya minipa I was say me ba na ye dey site bro pa
oh chale I was say mo ba Sunday bra sorry
me ba ya fa address ni Sunday
me di address ni beto me di say Sunday mani abre no me di address ni beto life you know I was so na me fa number na me fa number because wo no I out there beside me, Sassim. I am a raho. Me found no man. Why? Me from like lawyer, me patcho, me found a number.
Patcho,
evangelism man here.
Address not to just say, oh, Old Kent Road, and so after fire service, maybe a gas, no. Okay.
Omumbra. Oh, okay.
Why I'm going to share the near you.
Oh, okay. Old Kent Road. Tired, you
lawyer, when you advert now, sing to her baba now. Guy be to two kibabu be or her, or be to be free man thinking, small better kibabu. Lawyer, me to be abreu.
Medas.
Minia, Yamishra, me poor me for a while.
Yamini for me, Pachamati.
Oh, Yamishra. Bye. Hey, lawyer, say, baby, oh, why near one mammy, the lawyer and come with. Why near? Me pacho, eh, whiny.
Hello, good morning. Prophet name, lawyer.
Good morning.
Morning. The patron me this question about my brother. Why EU settlement scheme application in end of June? No, middle of June. Now, not only a certificate of application. Last week, no more did certificate of application no prayer. No.
Yeah.
and you in a coffee free Ghana by. Inti, any brainer, yet Tihona, or yes, or her digital certificate of application. And you already in no na like similar to see you in normal brain no and no. And then in addition to that, in a photograph and so also. Now photograph and I no. Or her yeah, Miss Mariana, photo wait yet so and or her no say. That mean Kokranya Tadi win a nation. Dear or her any picture that or Patadia nation. A different from picture made that a digital way. And back into like, oh yeah, it's around 11 years ago. Or back Romo has say on a visit, but Oma number and almost a man call back. And he looks like that time no traffic and he looks really young on that photo. And so the person Bisa say, how does he go about it? Because picture there was on it's really old and it doesn't even look like him. Meanwhile, biometric, you know. We try a picture for and we'll figure out family permit or the buying. So there's a new picture on there. So a baffles us say about 11 years ago picture. As a background prior to the office or the background, I'm some office not trying to they are like the notice board near the and we just wanted to check and how I go about it to have the photo changed.
My dear, don't worry about this photo, okay? So omo a grantina picture be ban a card in this sono ebe ye de okoye ne fingerprint no omo try ye no eno wana ebe omo be sisa no de akoto ne digital status no eso for now no de wo ho no oma na omo nim de omo ye mane wo ho men you worried. All that you need is the fact say when your certificate of application I confirm say the me church mo no say otimi ye adwuma otimi tena krom otimi ye bibia. As to what photograph is shown on the document, you know, don't worry about it. Say, omu issue ne biometric card, no, this our old photo, no, so there, and then ya catch almost say, almost a son. But for this purposes, you did me pacho, men you worried at all, okay? Omo de asitan mana, ne ya share photo, a what sa new card, and so no say, omo de old no kotoswa, and no answer was sending it back, na omo de new one atoso. But having said that, it's nice to have the younger version of your brother as opposed to the older version.
It doesn't resemble him at all. Like you say, when
it doesn't resemble him, say, I don't any picture. I don't know how to brother you force me by force.
Because prophets, me say, and last week, my client, my brother, my client, I was Scotland. Out of nowhere, na was sending me photo, me ba BWF solicitors, ye try me, na me beard na ye black. And was sending me say, Lawyer Rich, can you remember this photo? And I said, of course, it's me. But now because of say you have been calling me every 10 minutes, my beard, you know, has now turned all white because of the stress and any home office for. So, I mean, the old pictures are nice, into my dear. Don't worry about this photo at all.
Uncle Richard, that picture you almost had 20 ways. And that picture, a positive information about him at the time that 11 years ago it's because they felt that like services is an and you know it's like that photo itself and on the record doesn't carry positive information. And for them to go and fish that information,
it's strange, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not anything serious. And yenjai na omo the hands omo make a decision na you're positive. Why? Now you're taking it from there.
Okay, yo.
Lawyer, mamembo ye nua bayi kakra ne mfa dwuma sister, you are doing free negativities you know, because still near was out here say say home office no near abaye bia no omo wo information. Omo no so wa ha. Ye de bema wa ye de bema wo. Ye mfa mo wa ye mfa ma. Enti no kai hunu say what do I doing basis to say yakofa wo old picture. See a new picture. See a friend about a picture. Near yedi ni say. Near yedi akono. Omo de bemaye. Near me cannot just ye.
If I try.
And the no Only and one no near the man no. And you are the free old and new picture. So why? Aye.
Bye-bye.
Nyamin Shirao. Bye. Gawe. Okasakura and Kamentia say, may you a free. May I say, bye-bye. Ah, sister, any about old picture. When is why you're young? And then when you have a picture. Lawyer, Jano, my young qua. Lawyer, my uncle, young family, yes, and as a missy.
Prophet, yo, medase, and pay. Say, and come my dear, no, a titia wa tintin. And they say, yes, it's sir, opposite will naturalize as British citizen. Na, a near maka crabby hygiene war character. And what men are worried because so we'll catch the Home Office for say what you can me the local courts you 3 points you fine £100 now what can almost okay any idea have but what you can speeding you 3 points £60 charge within 7 months what's I the same. Yes, I'm fine. Yeah, my lines points. Within 4 months, no I me pacho. So sure, we near bakuna. Onya points in £60. No, obey British Citizen application. Yet the beman, hopefully. But wono yem from mount. You because of character and yet adentia because you don't have any regard to the law, as in really flaunting the laws of the land because we are a persistent offender. And you tell me and say. Criminal offense no ankasa per se no may not if any custodial sentence some church mona and no some of them are mandatory grounds for refusal no there any man kakra bi na ha ya adwen wo fines ne any ma bi no enye ni nyina na ebe hinder your progress of becoming British citizen enti se wo issues bi a na you are worried say be a refusal don't you worry just lawyer now I know your assessment because when you disclose now most of the time ayana omo and fam punish. That is what we've been saying this morning. Say criminal offense now necessarily does not really bar you from applying or being successful with your British citizen application. Name so one disclose here, they will know. Omo be so yeah juma bebre akohwehwe wa ka kire omo na ye easy am omo no ma confirm it but so ma akodege no mu na one disclose ya na akoye deception na omo de akwa refuse application me can say so we British citizen application na ye refuse we leave na we want we indefinitely leave ye njim free won some me pa cho e na bibia ye worried about that you will have your indefinite leave to remain citizenship na yemfa amawa that is fine but Masaka said, becoming British, is something that is a privilege. We encourage say obia we entitled obia no your application. Don't worry about the criminal convictions. We know about discuss it. Na ye hu. Okay, before so I bit me explain it. Now I mitigate the circumstances. Now omotime the citizenship no. Amount. Me my updates be very important about certificate of application. Me can say. Moi, my application under EUSS na pending no to say check, but I need just some certificate of application new ones no one say a man right to do almost everything that you did live in a man obey, including even traveling outside of the UK, which is amazing. And in particular, so what application appendix say under EU settlement scheme. Now, what certificate of application? Ultimately, there are challenges in relation to OPE, Jumane, Bank, and any manner. But just tell them, give it to them. They will read for themselves. They will get a share code, and they will allow you to work, rent, open bank account, drive, and travel as well. Make sure what the wide now the application document. You can even travel with that. And yes, I can say more 18 up to 25, and I must spend it. Half of my year UK, half of my life no UK no. So say my application there is a discretion. Home Office bet me amount indefinite leave as opposed to say 2.5 na eya na omode emamono. And I'm saying I say Home Office funds so send the emails be base saying into EU for no EU family members na mo team so nya email na a very good thing. It's just a reminder that ubitimi de family members aba ubitima ye enema bebre. That is what we have discussed today. Inti prophet meda was say what di chami amana come na nyame abo na bibia anso a course smooth. Nyame ya aduma na me rain fee yeda madam Eunice for lovely teachings now, educative teachings or the MI all over the weeks na abepim summary. Now prophet, the last one say and I no pay me special guest be my Facebook platform ne so Mr. and Mrs. Osebonsu massive for omo hwe me dinti omo hwe me na say omo nana Beverly a birthday nana ya ajiman bodu e di 17 enne ye wono Thursday enne Thursday enne 28th enne birthday say o tie me because omo half term sis former na de make nyina bi wa ya no on say but me hu say o tie enti me din check say emo da ne ma I hope say mo ho ye na afi bev said the prophet abibia no ye ya na waka ne mpaibo mama me na me baba no da makoma super because me ba kroma no ana eja waye bibia ma enti ye bo nyame mpaye se obobo no ban na said o si ye a very strong woman no on kra no sa na omie na adwemu na de opese o achieve a eye nyame ekwan so bia no ontimi achieve. So happy birthday to my princess Bev. Na boy no now no so dey 2 weeks ago ono dey ono my advice and me no na anti ono my man birthday cry ono onfa ho because it have was belated one. It's prophet me de beja ha ye chia atiefo na nyame emmo ye ho ban na onfa next week so emma nti say until next week ye be shia no mon take care na mon have a lovely weekend, the weekend ahead. God bless you.
Bacho bo address no ne contact number no so mame na we na me de ne ka ho atoa so na ye ko.
Yo, so prophet BWF solicitors your Tottenham 7 sisters said the yenim no say oh ba now the Victoria line na eba obesi 7 sisters say oh drive on so that bibia na prophet wo ka no your Tottenham oba Tesco's no parking no ewo honom a obetima park honom for free for about 1 hour 30 minutes. Your postcode na wo de beba no N15 4NP. Me pacho so person offer na book appointment na oba consultation ye bedin koma. Your phone number na 0208 493 7340. 0208 493 7340. Your 4th floor of the Anna House. 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London, Tottenham. And your opening hours from 9:30 to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. So person who is Saturday, you bet me know what the enkita home over friend or a special arrangement to see one of the solicitors. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays by appointment. So the abibia ya na ye kano ye wo radio education yi on Thursdays and so the ye no and ye wo Fridays in so e wo GN radio and ye wo Saturdays so e wo ye platform no so ye BWF solicitors community and the law enti ya na ma make date to that for us also enti prophet me da wase na menda me director o ha adai o holidays and so we free eja ma ho aba be chinchim fidie na maye ama bibia is smooth. We are very grateful for that kind of sacrifice. Prophet, thank you very much. God bless you, and then we will see you, God willing, next week.
Emo any de jumadi ni nyina ebesie ni adaye koso ya ni secretary na no di for me bu mi ketem and then sani lawyer aka no asori wo ho mi wo programs nso a me yeye na ye boaboa ye lawyer onyame nshira ene pama agro no akọ kama pa sani akọ akosi bie ye friend wontimi ntake eno ano no nyame nshira nyame ya doma da sende e ba cho na me be call holidays me ba me yakut ma me no ofufuo na ponjin krakra
it's a special menu ni nyina is taken care of
ni nyina o wa
all that is missing is profit.
Hey Mate nyame nshira
Based in London, We are a dynamic, award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground.